part one, we've established that he is just down bad. That's essentially what drove this behavior.
I love you.
My name is Johnny Rodriguez, aka Cold Raven, or some people know me as Cold Raven's Nest, sadly still a YouTuber. EDP is a chocolate hippopotamus, and I like to split his fucking skull. I've been having these feelings for quite some time because he's a manipulative, lying, pretentious, disingenuous, flip-flopping piece of shit. He has no balls.
Unfortunately, I'm still a YouTuber. That's a lot of people's dream.
So this means that you're guilty as fuck, homie.
So inside my first video, I came out with just accusations. In the second video, I showed dead proof evidence.
So what is this, man? Come on, EDP445. I thought you said you're not a pedo, right?
Of him texting 2 to 3 girls, cute, calling them sexy. More girls started coming out and started texting me like, hey, he was also texting me this inappropriate stuff. So I looked at his followers list, right? He had around 300 to 400 accounts he was following. The problem with that is around 120 to 130 of these accounts, 13-year-olds,
Wow.
14-year-olds. I knew at this point it was just out of my hands. This is not
Wow. Bro, if you're gonna do that, don't you want to hide it a little better though?
my expertise. It's
Wow.
only so much I can show. So I need to take it to the next level. And out there, you got a lot of these guys who catch predators online. And there was one guy I've been watching for years who's really, really, really good at it. I reached out to him. His name is Alex Rosen.
My name's Alex Rosen, and I'm the head of Predator Poachers, and we catch online child
This guy's hilarious. Predator Poachers. It's just him and his YouTube. Actually, I think I got a couple guys, but I've seen his stuff. He's funny.
Like 14 to 15 years old.
Well, Cold Raven.
Think about it. If you catch a big time YouTuber like that, that is a massive story. That's like you just won as one of these guys who makes content based on this.
Basically was sounding the alarms before I even knew about any of this with the EDP. And at first, to be truthful, I didn't want to believe it. I was just like, oh, EDP's an incel, this and that. But, you know, seeing the evidence, it was very blatant that he was not only just following underage kids, he was hitting on them in the comments, and obviously I'm sure he was trying to DM them as well. So that gave us reason to throw an account his way and to follow him. And in our profile, we were 13 years old. We reach out to him. We just say hi. I'm a big fan. And he says,
"Hey, what's up?"
Just found your YouTube channel. Why are you so funny?
Because I keep it real on these faggots. That's why.
and the conversation ends there. And then 2 days later, he messages us again, completely out of the blue, and picks up the conversation.
Hello, Al. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Dude, EDP's a funny person. I just gotta say, he is funny. I mean, but damn.
I'm 13. I don't know if I told you.
That makes up you and about 99% of my no pussy getting fucking faggot fan base.
Yeah, he starts off very cordial, and then he slowly starts the grooming process.
Can I tell you a secret? Promise not to tell.
Yeah, sure.
I always wanted to get to know someone young, a little cutie like yourself.
And, compliments, and then it kind of goes to sexual stuff.
Wish I could hug
When and where?
you someday soon at the park.
At the
Whatever
park.
you're coming with.
And then eventually he's just full on soliciting sex.
Would you want to do anything else?
Oh my god,
Be
bro.
like sex or something.
Maybe. Would that be bad?
We can, but only when you're ready.
Hanging out, chilling, just got done doing some cameos, bullshit.
I mean, look, let's say this, okay? I'm just trying to find a silver lining here because I don't like negativity, but I mean, this is a bad thing that's happened. But I mean, at least he's seeking consent. Am I right? At least give him an ounce of credit for that. I mean, it's still like, holy shit, bro. She's 13. 13 is like, there is no excusing that. If you were 19 and she's 17, like, we've heard of those kinds of situations, right? It's like, okay, it's icky, but, you know, I don't think that's like a felony-worthy thing, but this is like, we're pushing it. Come on, man. 13? I mean, 13 is not even pushing it. It's just, holy fuck.
Shooting the shit, watching TV.
How can you even be attracted to somebody of that age?
I get this random ass fucking message by some chick that goes by the name of Sophie Smith. She said that my videos were really funny. Said that she loves my fucking content, you know, all this shit, you know. Yeah, so it was about a month in when things started getting sexual.
Listen, I know your body's growing and you're starting to develop. That's why I agreed to this. I want to be your first.
Why did I respond to a 13-year-old?
What is with the voice?
That's
crazy.
Desperation, isolation, loneliness. It's boring as fuck. You have nothing going on. You don't even know how to talk to a fucking girl.
If you want me to try oral first, I can taste and lick on your vagina. And then you can suck my cock.
You need some sort of excitement in your fucking life. And so I said fucking and went along with it.
You're so hot and cute.
Oh my god, bro, what is this, bro? Like,
Jerking off.
this is...
Ooh, that's hot. Can I see?
Oh!
Oh, wow. It's so big.
At the time, me sending sexual pictures to a 13-year-old, I was fucking lonely and just not getting any fucking action, not getting fucking laid, not having the confidence to talk to a girl of my age. It was a fucking shit show.
Bend you over my table and just slide my cock inside you and slowly begin to take your virginity. I wanna fuck your innocence away.
I want to hear his defense of this. This sounds indefensible.
When I blocked her, I knew that it was wrong. I knew that it was something that was highly illegal, that shouldn't be done. You know, so I was clearly aware of the law, and I was clearly aware of what I was doing. You know, clearly aware of my actions and totally understanding of, you know, what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Sophie, I can't do this. I can't do this shit. You're so young. You're 13 and I'm 30. You should be dating at your own age.
30? 30? $30 is crazy, gang. I thought he was like younger. I thought he was like, because the way he seems like a 21, 22-year-old. What the fuck?
I ended up unblocking her simply to the fact that, you know, I felt bad. I mean, I felt bad, and at the same time, you know, she was like the only person that was really giving me that sort of attention, you know what I mean? And ultimately just led to me unblocking her.
Damn, I can't understand that, bro, because I've been bitchless for major swaths of my life, and it's like, I don't care. I've never been like, oh, like, I want a girlfriend so bad. For me, it's always been like, I'm good, bro. I just hoop, play video games, beat my shit. I don't need a female, like, in any capacity, in any way. I think that's because I grew up in a family with just a younger brother and I have two cousins, like, who were also males. I grew up in a neighborhood where it was all, I mean, there were girls my age in the neighborhood, but we didn't hang out. My friend group was all males. I've always been around all dudes my whole life. So I never had any issue without females being around or not having female attention. But also, I think there's, to some extent, like, you know what I mean, girls get crushes on you and shit if you're, like, normal and, like, not a complete chud. So you still have like that dynamic at school and shit. So I don't know what it was like for him. Being him must have been a whole different story. Just because, but still, I mean, just holy fuck, I can't imagine, bro. What the fuck?
Sorry. Please forgive me for blocking you. I got scared. I hope you weren't upset. I'm sorry for not taking your feelings into consideration. I will next time.
I had like a gay best friend phase too, where I was like a simp. Gay best friend phase is crazy, but I was like a simp. But outside of that phase, I actually despise spending time around women. I'm not gonna lie. So when a guy comes out and he says some shit like this, like, oh, you know, I needed to fuck with a 13-year-old because I wasn't getting attention from women, it's like, bro, I cannot relate to that, but sure, I guess. I mean, I don't, that's insane.
I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because you know what it is, too? I stayed in a relationship for a long time in which I hated the woman. Literally hated her. But I was addicted to the pussy. Frankly, that's what it was. I was addicted to pussy. I was addicted to busting nuts frequently. And you can't, it doesn't, it's not healthy, bro. You have to get rid of that addiction. You have to get rid of that as a vice and a habit. And you have to be able to like go without busting nuts. You got to be able to do semen retention. If not, then you have no willpower. And you can't like, you know, so, and that's how a woman keeps you enslaved and keeps you paying for her shit or whatever, giving her attention. They have power over you when you can't control your bodily urges. So that's very important, honestly. And it's not just about busting nuts. It's also about the emotional connection. You got to be able to live independently without this kind of thing.
As you should fucking jerk off on, you know, you should fucking jerk off to me on FaceTime. And I'm like, all right, cool, sure, why not? Fuck it, you know what I mean?
Well, in any state in the country, meeting a minor off the internet when there's no strings attached is not illegal. There needs to be some strings attached. So after EDP sent the masturbation videos, after he said, like, I want to throw you in my sex dungeon and fuck you, stuff like that, that's when we're like, okay, we can go ahead with the meetup.
Yeah, so,
you know, with these though, and police do this all the time, are you manufacturing a crime, or was this going to happen without you? You know what I mean? Because it sounds like you're tempting him, you're enticing him. That's what entrapment is. Very classic entrapment.
pretty much she told me.
Because would he have done this had you not been like provoking this and continuing to? You're the one leading and taking this interaction to where it's going. You know, I don't know.
She told me that her grandma
Doesn't make him innocent, but it's like, okay. It's like tempting a crack fiend who's trying to stop or whatever, or is just minding his own business, and you're like, hey, here's some crack. Come here, get some crack. And then boom, you just handcuff him, and you're like, you know, and it's like, bro, like, come on. Is that necessary? Like, was that person going to do that, you know?
was supposed to be like, you know, I guess out and about doing something or whatever. Therefore, like, giving us quote unquote alone time or whatever. So, yeah. And to be honest with you, man, like, I ultimately decided to go simply because I felt bad. During that day, I actually blocked her 1 or maybe 2 times. Then I unblocked her ass. She was like, you know, oh my God, why'd you block me and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling her, I'm looking like, Sophie, I can't fucking do this shit. Like, this is fucking illegal. Like, I can't, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I mean?
See, from his perspective, it does sort of read as like a star-crossed lovers type deal. I don't even think I should say that. I don't know what. I'm just saying though, like, you know what I mean? He's not like the worst person alive. I mean, obviously it's fucked up what he's doing, but there's worse out there.
And she started crying up on the phone. She's all like, oh my God, you know, I just wanted to give you a cupcake, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm here making cupcakes. I wanted to give you one. You know?
Oh my God.
So the story was that we also baked cupcakes. So then, he's kind of nervous the day of, like, he's very, like, apprehensive. We're like...
See, you're like, this is the thing, though. You're doing all this stuff to set him up. It's, like, to the point of, like, he hasn't really done anything. He hasn't acted on these urges that he has that are wrong, right? But he hasn't... You're trying to bring it out of him. You keep coaxing him. Like, would this have happened? If there's a predator out there, or there's somebody with this sexual orientation, whatever you want to call this, whatever it is, and they're not doing anything bad, but you're now like trying to make them, you know what I mean? You're basically like creating a crime for them to just step into. It's like, come on, what is that? Is that really like? I disagree with this predator catching shit on the internet. It's like, okay, bro, like a lot of these guys are like hella autistic. Like they just cannot function, cognitively gone, obviously. And you're over here like setting up this whole charade to get them to show up. And I mean, it's just like, ugh. And then you beat them up. A lot of these people like punch them and shit. They need to go to jail for that, bro. You need to go to jail for beating people up. Bro, you can't be doing that, bro. Does not matter if they're a pedophile or not. You hand them over to the cops, let the justice system handle it. And if otherwise, bro, like, you need to mind your business, dog. Get a real job. Like, I'm serious. I'm so serious. That's the one thing that I can't. I'm not an apologist to the criminals, to the predators, but one thing I am anti-violent people going around not minding their own business. Okay? I'm very against that.
Oh, well, I still made cupcakes, and that's what led EDP to be like, okay, I'll come. So that's kind of deal with that.
When I was driving to that location, my mom was a heavy smoker. She used to smoke Coolest 100 Green Pack. And so when I was driving there, I smelt my mom's the scent of her cigarettes coming from the back seat. That's something I never told anyone. I felt like my mom was with me, watching over me. You know.
What do you think your mom was trying to tell you?
I felt like she was trying to tell me don't go. I was, thinking this up in my head. How the fuck is this going to go down? How am I going to act? What am I going to say? You know what I mean? Like, horny as fuck. Fuck the porn shit. You were just craving, like, human contact. You know what I mean? So
then the day comes in Bakersfield, and that's when he's getting like very, very nervous about everything. But he agrees to come nonetheless, and we're just waiting at the Jack in the Box.
Why not hang out with your boys though if you're craving human contact? Like, that's good enough for me.
Just kind of having a good.
I know people say I'm frank for that though, but I don't need like I said, whatever. Not everybody's the same.
We gave him, and then we just see like this giant blob walking up this ramp, and he's massive. I'm like, oh my god, that's him. Honestly, we were Sophie the whole time. I was like, hey, what's up, EDP? And he's like, what's up? And he puts his hand out for a fist bump, and I give him a fist bump. And then he tries to fist bump CC Unit, and CC Unit's like, I don't like fist bump people like you.
a fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man.
I mean, when you wouldn't fist bump me, it felt like the classic case of fucking rejection.
Okay.
And, I told him, like, hey, we gotta kind of go over the things with Sophie.
We have you talking to Sophie. Correct, yes or no?
Right.
Okay.
I was caught red-handed. Shit was about to go down.
And he's like, I'm just here to get it.
Oh my god.
Cupcake.
They had the transcript, they had the log, they had the screenshots and all that shit. And I basically just told them, I'm just here to get a fucking cupcake. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Again, so what brings you out here today?
Oh, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
The EDP445 situation.
EDP445.
EDP went to go link up with the guy.
When EDP got caught and the video got uploaded, it went viral immediately.
escaping the EDP445 cupcake memes. And then we get into the messages, and he admits to sending tons of penis pictures, admits to wanting to have sex with her.
You were interested in having sex with a 13-year-old, yes or no? Correct. Okay. Yeah, you said. Correct. Okay. All right.
As much as he lies to the camera now, he was very forthcoming with us when we interviewed him.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Is your life over? Something real to you. I thought my fucking life was over. Started crying, all that theatrical bullshit. No. You know, as I was walking up, I thought this was a real ass person.
Double text here, yes or no? Right. Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes? Correct. Okay, so you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old when she was 13, yes or no?
But the main thing I feel like I regret that day is I didn't bring my Glock off the counter and I didn't shoot those motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Right in the front.
Well, then you'd be in jail. It's better it went this way, to be honest. It's embarrassment, it's public, whatever, but at the end of the day, you're still free. But you don't want to be in jail, bro, under no circumstance. Jail is not sweet. People talk tough and people say, I would shoot him, I'd beat his ass, da-da-da-da-da. Jail's not cool, bro. I've sat next to people in a holding cell who went on to get like 15-year sentences. And like, we were talking, chopping it up, and they're like good people, but bro, they're going to jail for a long time. Rikers Island, bro. Rikers is actually, that's a year or less, I think, but you know, they're going down, and they're going to go sit, and that's a long time to be away from your family. You can't progress in life in any way. You can't make no money, no bitches, nothing. So,
He admitted to wanting to have with her.
In my mind, as I'm walking out, just get the fuck out, dude. Just go. Get out, go, run, now. Well, I thought that it would blow over because, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I got caught, but nothing actually fucking happened. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm just like, whatever. I really wasn't aware of how badly I fucked up until
why? See, but what does that have to do with that, bro? I don't see how that's like.
probably like a few days later.
Because it wasn't something he posted. I mean, I get it, but I don't think YouTube should have the latitude to just delete somebody from their platform over something like that. That's like not really. I mean, that's something he did that's completely unrelated to his YouTube channel. I mean, honestly, I don't know about that, but it just doesn't make sense. Where's the connection there? Like, YouTube, I guess in theory is his employer, but I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Just kind of on paper, like philosophically, like what? How does that have anything to do with YouTube? Let the justice system handle that and leave it alone. Everybody else stay out of it. That's the way I see these things. I feel like it's just, if the justice system isn't working properly, then we need to reform the justice system. It's not everybody else doesn't just start making it their job, right? That's bad. That's not good, bro. Because it leads to people being overzealous. It leads to outsized outsized outcomes, right? Like, because everybody's like, oh, he said a bad word. He said the N-word. He's got to be canceled from this, everything. Everybody cancels him. And it's like, okay, because he said the N-word, now his whole life is ruined. Or he said something about Indians. His whole life is entirely fucked. And you've created now probably a criminal because he has no source of income. And, like, what are you doing? That's not even against the law. You know, that's worse. Somebody could commit a murder, take a plea deal, get out in 10 years, and have a better life than if they get caught saying a bad word on the internet. What are we doing? Let the justice system handle things, and everybody else shut the fuck up and mind your own business. You know what I mean?
the shit made the news. You know what I mean? It was front page on Yahoo, on Google.
And people are still like, oh, well, he's a pedophile. He should get, blah, 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 blah. If the justice system going to do it, we got to take care of that. Bro, let's be completely real, okay? It's not right to meet up with a young girl like that, and that's really fucked up, and it should be illegal, and it is illegal. But this is not grape, okay? This is not schmurder. Like, it's not. There are things that are worse. Let's just make that very clear. People try to say this is like the worst thing out there. Objectively, no, it's not. It's not, okay? It's not. Also, where are these girls' parents? Like, what are you doing letting your fucking daughter have... Like, people don't want to take any responsibility for anything, okay? Yes, it's absolutely heinous to be a child predator, of course. But at the end of the day, there are some factors in the favor of the predator. Seeking consent, okay? It's predatory, but it's not violent, okay? There's still a sense of autonomy here. And so, we've come to a weird place in society where there's this weird agenda against certain things. It's like selective attention, selective outrage. Let's be completely objective. If the law didn't exist, right? 30 and 13 is crazy as fuck. I can't even, there's really no way to defend that whatsoever. But, man, that's terrible. That is terrible. You guys know what I'm getting at, though. You know what I mean? If the law didn't exist and we just had to decide what was morally bad based on morals, not the law or what's written, they used to do that for centuries, bro. They used to marry that way. Like, if you look at, there's stories in the Bible of that. There are stories, like, they used to marry young, barely teenage girls to adult men. That was a normal thing. So, I'm just, like, the vilification is not completely out of place, but I think it's gone too far with people like this.
Came to the conclusion, better call a fucking lawyer. Told him straight the fuck up, man, especially when you're talking to a lawyer, you better not hide a motherfucking thing. And he's all like, well, obviously what you did was illegal. Give me some time to look into it. I got connections down at the police department. I'll look into it and I'll keep you updated. Like, okay, cool. 2 days, 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give him a call. I'm like, everything cool? What the fuck? Like, should I be worried? He's all like, he's all like, oh no, man, just sit tight, man. Ain't nothing going on. He has a little computer to where, he can see if, like, you're under investigation or anything like that. Was never under investigation. Yeah, they looked into it, but because good old Alex Rosen, right? Because he decided to fuck up and botch this goddamn sting operation so badly. There's nothing that they can do. So as much as they want to write all this fucked up shit about me online and I should be in jail, prison, felon, I should be on the sex offenders list and all this bullshit. Guess what, bro? I'm a free man, bitch.
We're gonna send these motherfuckers to hell, rightfully so, where they fucking rightfully belong.
And I think that's fair. To be honest with you, that's fair. Think about it. He had his whole shit ruined. That's good enough, bro. That's good enough.
Definitely a chance that he faces criminal prosecution. I think what he's doing now, by quite frankly doing this documentary, it's just a stupid fucking idea.
I wonder what the statute of limitations is on that.
All right, what's up with you bitch ass motherfuckers and stolen ass dick sucking?
Okay, so
Obscene material to a minor. Oh shit, these are all crimes. Yeah, it's no good. What he's doing is no good.
first picture is his erect penis, and then the second one looks like he has ejaculated. So that will get you into trouble. He's well within the statute of limitations. Just on that alone, he could be prosecuted.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. I know how the legal system works. They don't go after people like that. I mean, they don't go after people on like to nitpick and stuff, you know? They're going to try to build a case against you and get you on like mad shit. They're not going to just start prosecuting based on like little things like that. They don't want to waste resources on shit like that.
Hi, my name is Mike Klum. I was calling to speak with the Kern County District Attorney. Okay, if Miss Zimmer is not available.
The district attorney doesn't just choose who to arrest. Dog, that's not how it works. The police department makes arrests. Okay, so you'd have to call the police chief and ask, why haven't you arrested him? Then they would arrest him, right? Take him in, collect the evidence, pass it over to the district attorney. The district attorney is a prosecutor. Okay? That's not how the legal system works.
Is there anyone else that could speak to why EDP has not been prosecuted? Maybe like the sheriff?
That's probably the guy.
Guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl.
What you want to see right over there? Brian, have a seat. Why did you show up that day? Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to obviously meet up with an underage girl. You know what I mean? And I guess.
No, I don't know what you mean. I don't, my brother. I don't know what you mean, guy.
You can say trying to have sex. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
You trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
For the most part, yep. People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocence and having control of somebody, you know?
Sounds like that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody your age you could have hung out with.
No.
No women your age you could date. You had to pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God, babe, it's a playful spank, you say. When I spank you, it's supposed to be sexy, LOL. If anything, I just bend you over and kiss your ass. Yes, well, maybe, but only if you're a good girl. What are you trying to do here with this?
What do you think you're trying to do?
Well, it sounds like you're trying to sexually assault a...
Oh my God. Bro, like, he's objectively hilarious. I mean, that is fucked. He's a fucked up thing that he's doing here, that he's done. It's a fucked up thing he's done. And he might really be a fucked up person. I don't know him, but Jesus, he's funny.
13-year-old girl.
If that's what it looks like, I guess that's what it is then. I mean,
handcuff you. Throw you in the back of my car and bring you back to my dungeon, LOL. You talk about climbing through a window.
Mm-hmm.
You're so hot and cute and even had me jerking off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you can look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now, so.
But I have to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP445 ass would be in prison now.
Just where it began.
EDP is clearly in trouble here.
How did he botch the investigation? I don't understand.
What he did was wrong, and under a different set of circumstances, against the law. The fact that the decoy posing as Sophie sent the first message would make the case virtually unprosecutable in my world, in the world of law enforcement. The adult always has to make the first approach. Otherwise, you jeopardize the case. And again, it probably was something that for Alex Rosen created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet. But the case isn't prosecutable. And at the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy.
Mm-hmm. But what accountability can you take in the fact that EDP is free today?
Well, yeah. I mean, I myself could have done a better job of saying, you know, instead of trying to just like, you know, stand my ground, be bullish, standoffish, infinitely more stuff that I could have done to try to make him, to at least put in more effort into hoping that he gets arrested. But, I can confidently say that Predator Poacher has been responsible for getting infinitely sicker people in EDP off the streets, and EDP played a part in teaching us that lesson on how to do that.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit. I feel like he should.
Nah, because it's true though. Like what he did, he went and set this guy up. Like, the crime. He didn't catch him in the act of doing something. He went and set him up and enticed him into trying to do something repeatedly. When he tried to block him, I mean, there's that. And then yes, there are infinitely way sicker people than EDP. I agree. I've seen stuff online. Like some of these people are fucked up, dude. So this is not a gray area, but this is like it's a touchy subject,
If I'm being completely honest with you, you're
a lesson on how to do that.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit. I feel like he should burn in hell and go fucking die. If I'm being completely honest with you, you're some fucking redneck some fat ass overweight bitch plastering shit on the internet and fucking with people's livelihoods. But you know what though, Mike? It's perfectly fine. It's great.
Yeah, bro, this vigilanteism, like, Rosen is, I don't mind him. I don't think he's a bad person, but what he's doing is inherently a negative thing. He's going out and trying to ruin people's lives. That's what he's doing. Yes, you can say, oh, these are bad people. They deserve it. They need to be caught, blah, 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 blah. But, I think there are better things that he could do if he really wanted to solve the issue, like educating young girls or young children in general, boys included, on how to behave on the internet, how not to become, become the butt of a scam or a predatory, whatever the fuck, right? So there's ways that he could do that are much more productive than going out and trying to set people up. And look, it inherently feels like a toxic, negative thing to do, what he's doing.
Because
I've been the subject of vigilanteism before, and if you ever notice, like most vigilantes are, man, I don't want to get into the race thing, but it's like people will like be suspicious, especially because let's just say this: white on minority crime or negativity is often justified by vigilanteism. That's like their reason for doing it. Look at the Rittenhouse situation, right? How about people just mind their own business, okay? People mind their own business, let law enforcement handle the law enforcement shit, and, try to do positive things in the community. Once you become a vigilante and that's your focus, now you're trying to bring negative things into the world, but you're just trying to do it to bad people who you label as bad. And then there's a lot of collateral damage a lot of the time.
everybody hates a pedophile, right? Okay, cool. So that's perfectly fine. So just, fuck the fact that you're ruining my goddamn life, right? It's good, great, it's fucking wonderful. This world is fucked up, man.
What are you gonna do the next time you text a 13-year-old girl?
It's a fair perspective for him, right? It's like, where's the leeway for him to learn and make a mistake and try to learn from it? He hasn't done anything at this point yet to damage somebody else's life. So maybe give him a chance. I don't know. But it's a complex issue. It really is. But people really try to simplify it and say, boom, pedophile labeled. Once you're labeled, kill him. Do whatever it takes to ruin his life, ruin everything for him. It's the same thing with, listen, I've had experience getting called a racist, okay? And it's kind of a similar thing. It's a similar arc. So, and people are really dumb out there. There's some really dumbass people who contribute nothing to society, and their existence is actually a net negative. But, they have this virtue signal of saying, oh, he said a bad word and I don't like that. So, look at me, I'm virtuous because I'm hating on him because he said a bad word. He was racist once. He did this once. He was he cussed a kid out. He did this. Oh, he cheated on his girlfriend, and try to get in people's business, man. So I get that perspective from him. Now, pedophilia is a whole different ballpark, okay? that's a whole different thing we're talking about. It's a little far.